guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm here with Austin Halls.
Hello.
Who is an inspirational speaker, becoming a life coach, is getting a degree in psychology, and is an advocate for his syndrome, Mobius syndrome. So we're going to talk about a bunch of different things today. How you know if you're on the right track, if you are trying to find your passion in life. Do you want to become a life coach? Do you want to be in this field?
Hi guys, so I am 21, I'm in my last semester in Montclair State University. I am doing a major in psychology and a minor in sociology. So I was born with a rare syndrome, Mobius syndrome, and it's where the 6th and 7th cranial nerves are underdeveloped. So I was actually born with facial paralysis. I met a lot of people with my syndrome and I learned that they were very insecure. They were very, not okay with themselves. They didn't love themselves. And I wanted to be that role model for people growing up with the syndrome, without the syndrome, that you can love yourself, you can kind of continue your passions, you can do whatever people tell you that you cannot do. Growing up, I never had a role model that I could look up to and say, I can do this, I can do that, because they're doing what they want to do. So I am being that social advocate for everyone else.
So how did you know that you were getting into psychology as a degree? And how can people who are watching know that it's the right passion for them that they can take for going to college and like that?
For me, it was like I really had a grip on my emotions as best as I could, and with psychology it was even just bettering myself. And that's also why I really loved it, because when I learned for other people, I could take it upon myself and kind of dissect who I was and kind of build myself to be the best person and the strongest and the most confident person I could be. So psychology has not helped me and myself, but like everything around me.
Because I feel like for life coaching, you have to be, you have to get your certification and everything, but you really have to have that background of like supporting people, wanting to help people, wanting to reach out and understand where they're coming from in their childhood experiences, understand, how you can connect that to different ways, and how to cope, how to handle different situations. So I think that's really interesting.
Yeah, and there's also different types of therapies too. I think when we think of psychology, we just think of who hurt you in your past, like what are your traumas, but psychology is such a huge field that like there's so many things that you don't even know about until you get into it. So there's different types of therapies, and it's not just let's talk about your problems. There's like future psychology, positive psychology, and it's, a lot of psychology therapies that we do now is mindfulness. Mindfulness is a very positive thing, and there's just so many different forms of therapy that we don't talk about.
What were some of the things that you wish that you knew before starting, researching and getting into this field? Like, what did you wish that you knew before now?
So I definitely wish I knew how extensive it is. You have to have a high tolerance. And people say like, oh, it's draining, but you have to have a high pain tolerance. And that's something that I've learned. You have to be very okay with yourself. And if you don't feel okay with yourself and you don't feel secure with yourself first, then you don't know how to cope, you're gonna be burnt out, How can I be the best person I can be now and tomorrow? Just
wrapping up, would you like to say any final thoughts or things to the people who are watching?
Yeah, I would say psychology and, the helping professions are very useful. And I think in this society, mental health is something that we don't talk about. And especially masculinity, people are so afraid to showcase how they feel, how they're really thinking and behaving and feeling. Being in this profession and being in the field of counseling, psychology, life coaching, teaching, anything that you're helping other people, it is so satisfying to go home and to realize that you made a difference in someone else's life. Your story and your, emotions and energy help someone get through another day if they're struggling, So my thing is just, it's so rewarding, it's so powerful, and if you have the tools to help other people out, it's just, why not, So it's just really satisfying, but you also need to figure yourself out, know your own self, know your biases. Especially in America, our society's kind of just suppressed and kind of pushed down. So I want to be that, force of nature that talks about, we can talk about our feelings. masculinity is not a thing, you know, like we don't have to hide who we are. We need to be ourselves and live our truths.
Thank you
Thank you
for
so much.
doing this video with me. And until next time, guys, peace.
And
Sending you all love and light, positivity,
everything.
good energy. And until next time, peace.
Bye.
Bye.
Wanna move my feet? Wanna move my feet?